Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make like a clarification. One of my viewers asked for a little more detail on user set versus user programs. And so I thought I'd try to make a short video, which for the people who follow my channel, that's a little hard to do, but I will try. I will try. Today we're going to talk about user sets and user programs. Now, up here, I have just a little intro, because there's actually three things. There's expansion kits, user sets, and user programs. Now, the specific question was user sets and user programs. So anyway, so we're going to start and we're going to talk about what is a user set. A user set has a file extension, and I have it up here. It's highlighted here in blue. Has a file extension of ST3. I have a whole video, probably more than one, talking about user sets and how to save them to flash drives and so on. But the way the FR-1x saves files, it uses the file names 000 through 999. And that can be for user sets, user programs, and expansion sets, actually. But they only have 3 expansion sets. All right, so these are user sets. A user set you create using the editing software that Roland has provided for you. You download it. Again, I have a video on how to download it and how to run and operate the software. That's not what this video is about. Hopefully to make clear sets versus programs. Okay, but the user set is actually created not on the accordion. The user set is created on a computer using their software. Now, you actually have room for 4, I'm going to say, completely new accordions for your FR-1x. You've got your 14 treble registers, your 7 bass registers, the orchestral sounds, all of those, the orchestral, yeah, I just said that, orchestral sounds, the organ sounds, just everything. You get to pick what you want. And there's room for 4 of these. Okay, so the sets are the only thing that you can edit with the software, and you have to edit it with the software. You can't edit it on the Roland itself. It's all done in the software. Okay, that's a user set. Now, once you've created it, you have to put it onto a flash drive and then plug the flash drive in to your FR-1x and load the information, and it will load it. And again, I have a whole video out on exactly how to do that. Okay, but again, the command, as you can see here, you hit the blue switch and you get into the parameter list. You're going to the command UST. That's going to allow you to load your user sets. You cannot save a user set from the Roland. You cannot save. Let me repeat that. You cannot save a user set from the Roland FR-1x. You can load a user set. The reason for that is it's actually created on your computer. So you already have it saved. You are then loading it into the FR-1x. The file extension is ST3, and you have place for 4. They will be U1, U2, U3, U4. You get to those by pressing the blue set switch and then register 4. Register 4 is where the 4 user sets are stored. In register 1, 2, and 3, those are preloaded and you cannot change those. So they would be, for example, classic accordion, folk accordion, a studio accordion. There's 12 that are there that you cannot change. Ones you can change are stored in register 4, and you have all 4 of those. So register 1 is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Okay. Register 4 is labeled U1, U2, U3, U4. Okay. So this, creating it and then storing it there, you get to create an entire new accordion. And the beauty is once you've created it and you have it stored on your computer, you have it. You can bring it back anytime you want, and you can replace these. Those are user sets. Right. User programs. User programs are a little different, and you can see here they have a file extension of UP1. Why they picked the extensions, I have no idea, but I will tell you those are the only things that the FR-1X will see. And only names that are 000 through 999. If you put in 10 or simply put in 1.up1, the Roland will not read it. It will not see it. It's got to have the 3 digits in front and that extension. Okay, so user programs. The command to load user programs. So let's say you have something, you got it from a third-party vendor. It could be Richard Knoll. Anyone who creates these. They will send you this obviously with instructions, but you would go to the blue switch. I'm pointing at my accordion like you see me. I'm a little square there on the screen. The blue switch, and then you would get into the parameters list and you would go to UPG, the command UPG. This is going to load your user programs from a flash drive into the FR-1X. Now, the user programs are actually created on the FR-1X. You do not create these in the software. These are created on the FR-1X, and you save them to user programs 1A through 4B. Okay, you have room for 8. Once you have them there, if you want to save them, this you can save. You go to your parameter list and you look for the command SAV. That will save all of those to a location on your flash drive. And the Roland, the 1X will actually suggest what it should be, what the file name should be. And you don't really have a choice of changing it. Okay, it will give you the next one in line. So if you had, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would give you 005 as the extension, or not as the extension, as a file name for you to save these. So that allows you to save your user programs that you have created on the FR-1X, because they cannot be created on the computer. Okay, to load them back in, you use the command UPG. Again, room for 8. I mean, you use a user program for a lot of different things, or you can. I happen to use mine. I like a particular sound. I'll save it in one of those for a certain piece I'm playing or whatever. They're very useful for, I'm not good enough to perform. Uh, I'm good enough to annoy people when I play, but they usually don't give you money for annoying them. Okay. But if you are setting a performance, they're great for doing that. There are 8 user programs, 1A through 4B. Each program stores information about the treble, the bass, the drums, orchestral, organs, whatever you have set up for that. And this is actually best for setting up either a playlist or for a performance. Allows you to have set things already there. It would take you a long time to hit this button, hit that button, and all of that. You get there very quickly. And at the end, again, I'm going to have a little demo to kind of show a little bit of what I'm saying here. Okay, so those are user programs. Again, hopefully this screen will help show you how to get into them. There's room for 8. And in my little demo, I'm going to use 1A and 1B. Okay, so user sets. A user set, this is kind of like a little overview. Okay, this allows you to have a completely new accordion. Okay, meaning, okay, you can see it on the screen here, meaning, it will contain any of the accordion orchestral sounds that you program in. So, for example, let's say in this particular user set, not program, user set. That means I've got 14 registers over here on the treble side. I may want to have 14 different master accordions. Okay, I could have a folk master, I could have a studio master, I could have a classic master. I could make my own. Remember, sets are edited in the software, so you can go in and you can turn on, hey, I want the 16-foot reed and I want this volume on it. I want the middle clarinet reed and I want this volume. I want this reverb. I want whatever. You get to set those so you can look for whatever set you want. Okay. You might want like an Irish folk master as one of the registers. You can do that. Okay. Also, a set allows you, when the Roland comes, you have 14 orchestral sounds that you can pick from. Okay. You know what? Maybe you want a different saxophone. You can go in and edit it. But they have an expansion kit that will give you even more orchestral sounds than what are here, than what comes standard. You load those and you can add those. You can have a whole, you can have 14 different types of trumpets if you wish. You get to pick those. That's what a user set does. Okay, you can pick which reeds you want, which instruments you want. You can just do whatever you want with that. Again, I have a video out on editing, but it's amazing. You get to create a completely new accordion with a truly unique sound to you. Again, a lot of this is in the ear. You pick what you like. That's user sets. User programs, on the other hand, allow you to do quick registry changes. I have an example here. So for example, in U1A, you might have some master accordion that you had, and you saved it in, yes, U3, user set 3. So you're picking an accordion from user set 3 and putting it into user program 1A. Okay. Then let's say you're playing some song and you want that. But in the middle of it, you want to have a registry change. But you want to make the registry change to a musette accordion, but from a different set. So instead of that U3 that you were using, you want to go to set 2-3. Well, that's a lot of changing. There's no way you're going to be doing that while you're in the middle of playing a song. It's literally an impossibility because there's going to be such a break unless you're doing some major shifting or some major bass work over here, and only that while you're playing. It's just not going to happen. But with a user program, you could put that in you could put that in 4A. Okay, so in 1A you've got this master whatever. In 4A you could be from a totally different set, different accordion, different registers. It's just amazing what you can do. So that's the power of user programs. Okay, I'm back now with my accordion, and I'm going to give you like a real quick demonstration of what you can do with a user program. I kind of went over it there, but I just kind of want to show you. So if you haven't already done so, please hit the like and subscribe below. And let me just do the demo here for you. So, for example, in a Pennsylvania polka, you might want to start out with some trumpets, with something like, and then get into it. Well, with one press of one button, one register, I went from U1A to U1B, and it could go. And hopefully you could hear, hopefully the mic didn't try to even that out exactly. But I went from to with one button. And you could add drums. Anyway, hopefully that has answered the question and has cleared up some of the confusion between user sets and user programs. And as always, keep playing.